Let's go to the second E.
Yes. And let me say another dimension of it. The worst thing you can say in any relationship, that's how I am. That's the worst thing. Please write that down.
Oh my goodness.
Relationship, that's, take it or leave it. That's the worst thing. Because once you say that, the moment you say that's how I am, you are not growing. That is how I am. You take it or leave it is the worst arrogant statement. And it is indicative that there is no growth mindset.
That's right. Okay.
So let me go to the next E. So we now have the seed principle. Remember, if you're joining us, how can we keep love alive in relationship? Yes, understand the season so that you don't run into the frustration of comparison. And understand seasons that won't have fireworks and you evolve. We also said evolve, grow. Please make sure you are growing. Growing your exercise, please. If your pot belly is growing, please in your exercise, grow in fitness. You are going to be a refined version, not the same version, but be a healthy version, be a kinder version. Do you understand? Be a honest version. If you are still nagging and communicating the way you used to communicate 10 years ago, evolve and grow. I like how Chinda broke the evolution into maturity. The next E, how to keep your love alive, is excitement.
Just mentioning that word, guys, please don't underestimate this E. I'm telling you.
Let me do the next is excitement. You see what I did? Excitement. That's how some of you show up in marriage. Excitement. Let me tell you, the way you set a goal, the way you say, I will wash my car, that's the way you should plan excitement. And someone is saying, today plan excitement. Yes. It's not every time that excitement will fall on you. Sometimes you fall on the excitement.
Woo! This is very nice.
And we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned to think that things have to happen. If you please, guys, if you have a question, send it in the question. There is a place for questions.
Yeah.
Don't miss the questions.
Yeah. Let me see with the comment. So put the questions on the comment point.
Icon, a question icon on Chinda's screen, I think.
Yeah, there is question. Just click on it and put the question in.
That way he has the question, okay? Okay, please, so that we don't miss any important things. So you see why I said excitement. You plan excitement. When we were small, we thought that excitement just happened. You have to curate excitement. Can someone write it down? Curate excitement. Let me put it down so that you won't forget it. Curate excitement. After all, you buy a dress and spend weeks planning on the style because you want to show them in your friend's wedding that you are still in the market. And you talk with the tailor and you go search the styles, right? You don't know you want figure, you go and you collect the sample. Some of us, the way you curate other things, you're a guy, you know how to plan, you know that your favorite soccer team is playing Real Madrid. May, you even know that in May, in the future May, not this May, the next one that they are playing. You're planning, you are researching season tickets, you are saving. See how much skill and dedication is in things that are ephemeral, and you can't invest that level of intentionality and planning into being exciting and excited. You need forgiveness. And I know some personalities are more excitable. I hope you know your personality, so you know when someone is evolving.
Yeah.
There's sanguine, hey, Chinda. There's choleric, boom. Power, Eden. Then there's phlegmatic, my husband, and there's melancholy, Chimsy.
Yeah.
Sanguines are more excitable. They are natural introverts. But even when you are not a natural introvert, you can be exciting.
Yes.
My husband is exciting. Maybe not like Eden, but he can when he chooses to be.
Yeah. Intentional.
To keep your marriage alive. Curate, plan, factor in excitement. Excitement might be like, baby, maybe that's all. Excitement might just be, how are you doing? Excitement might be changing the text message, not, Papa Emeka, please buy crayfish on your way back. Excitement, stop. You know I love you. That might just be exciting. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Some of us are sensational because of our temperament. But even if you are dramatic or melancholy, it is just deciding. There are many times my husband is a beautiful texter. Every day, because of his phlegmatic temperament, he's very consistent. So he texts at the same time every day. Hello, baby. Hello, sexy. My anointed wife. For someone that is calm, he's doing a good job. And I can take it for granted. Many times I know the text will come. So I've stopped seeing it. I'll just put a like on. One day the Holy Spirit said, how dare you? How dare you decide that something someone does consistently becomes routine for you? So I became intentional at manufacturing, creating excitement around this text. So when I get the text, number I will say, I love you too, bye. When I get the text, you know, I said, what? No, I love you too, which I love you too. I'm like, I honor you. I can't wait to cuddle you in bed. You are the best father to our kids. I do. How do you think the other person is getting? You curate excitement. And don't tell me that there's nothing exciting. You can curate it. Part of curating excitement is just switching compliment. The same compliment that you've been using since before the war. You're still using the same compliment. You look nice. That's all you say. What about you look ravishing? Go to the dictionary. Ravishing is a word. Ravishing is a word. Ravishing is a word. Today, tell your wife, woo, you look ravishing, and tell me if they will not act ravishing.
Wow. You know, this
is very important, because trust me, we get sucked up in routine. Good night, I love you. Part of excitement is checking your underwear drawer and throwing some things that are no longer scantily and scontolo. They have turned from scantily and scontolo to drawers. Trash the drawers. Add new, do whatever. Guys, some of the excitement is, please, that pajamas and boxer, that even if they hang the boxer in ShopRite, they will bring it to you out, because everybody in your family knows that boxer. Part of excitement is treating the other person like you treat your boss. Like you treat your boss. You were hired, you don't wear the same thing. You on your best behavior, you're always constantly improving. Please, I want you to come with that same energy in your marriage. Chinda.
Oh, you're just pressing a button that so you know what? I'm a minister of excitement, right? I just want to say this to everybody that is listening. You know, we said that the purpose of this life is to bring healing, is to bring reconciliation, is to bring change, and is to awaken things that are dead or dying, and is to bring restoration the way it was supposed to be. You know, when you talk about excitement, why is it that everybody loves anything romantic in a movie? Why is romantic movies, non-fiction romantic movies, flourishing in the world? Why is it that anything that will make you feel joyful or even laughter, anything that takes your state to a feel good state, we like it? Whether it's a meme on the phone, or something you saw, or a movie, or even something just behind your backyard, you're looking at neighbor's garden or whatever. Whatever makes you excited, whatever makes you
people love, everybody has a measure in them that loves fantasy and fairy tale.
That's right. Absolutely.
As spouses is to nurture that healthy fantasy and fairy tale. And how we do it by being intentional and creative. Back to you.
Absolutely. You know, so you just make it practical today. A lot of marriages are dying because it's just too boring, right? There's no activity that excites, right? It's just so dry and so cold. Nothing to look forward to. And again, if your spouse is no more exciting you. It's not drawing you from that place of eagerness. You're so happy to be around them. You want to play, you want to laugh, you want to seduce them, you want to attract them, you want to make them feel very different, you want to touch them in a particular way, you want to call them one kind of name, you want to text one particular kind of text that just open up the brain. If those things are no longer there in your relationship, in your marriage, if all that is in your relationship now is pick the kids, drop them, they're going for swimming, grocery, come back, let's pray, and that and that and that and that. And I want to say this especially to the Christian folks, right? They are so consumed with the reading of the Bible, consumed with making sure that souls are won, and consumed in waiting for the coming of Christ, that they forget that Christ wants to meet them excited and happy and joyful and looking forward to him. So the fact that you are just so closed up and you don't want to do anything that you normally used to do before you even got this guy, before you got this lady, all the long talks and the jokes and the play and all the hugging, the kissing and the going out and the walk and all the text messages and the long hours of course in the middle of the night, even though you're going to work the following day, all those things are fizzled out, completely gone. You know what is happening there? It's now just like Eden talked about earlier, apathy. It's just, what's the point? It's see finish. What's new there? What's even exciting there? So you need to look for ways to keep your relationship exciting on a weekly basis. And I want to be vulnerable here. For us, in my relationship, every week we must have a shower together. There's something about having shower together, touching the same flesh, you know, especially the ladies, so many things to hold and touch. Too many, I don't want to go. You guys know a lot of things, very nice components. And you just allow the woman to be having shower by herself all the time, wasting everything. The bodies are not happy that they are not being ravished and touched and taken, right? And then what's about in a weekly basis? You try to do massage. Naked massage. These are also parts of excitement. Sometimes you just sit and you just talk about each other, asking about themselves, their dreams, their goals and everything, and you just be happy being with them. And there's another one we do in my relationship. I always call it the Garden of Eden Day. Not like Eden come to my house. No, that's not what I mean. The Garden of Eden Day, whereby we're entirely naked, like completely naked. When the kids are out, see your wife naked, see your husband naked, eat naked, walk naked, talk naked, sit down, watch movie naked. There is something about nakedness in the private place. But now we wear coat, we wear underwear, we wear everything, we cover and cover and cover, and even we don't even explore ourselves. Kinder, that is not the best.
Kinder, let me hold that thought for a moment, because you just I have a question for the guys. When last did you hug your wife from the back? I'm not saying I want to do. I'm not saying sexual, non-sexual touches.
Yes.
Fatherly, where she will be like, Zaddy. Do you know, sometimes I just pause my husband and say, Zaddy. And he's like, no.
Yes, absolutely.
When last did you hug your wife from the back and just say, and just play her like a dance? Not
yes.
Because the time you come close, she's scared like this one once again. Just hug her from the back in a nurturing, like, I got you, babe, something. You don't have to know how to sing. Let me tell you, that's important. You know, many times my husband is showering. I call it the daring love stare. You just look at it.
Oh, I do that a lot. It's so amazing with a glass, which is just like a glass stuff. You just watch. Beautiful.
I'm looking at him like, after all, I'm legally, morally entitled to look at you. So I'm looking at him in glorious nakedness with the five back and the
and love, everything
with love. And like, I'm a blessed woman. Hey,
look at all this.
Does to their esteem.
Yes, absolutely.
And I look at him and I'm like, Union Bank, big, strong, reliable.
Oh my goodness me. You know, I think see, you know, I'm just begging both the men and the women here, please, let's become, forget about this so-called professionalism in your life and too many strictness in your life. Loosen up, be free. It's your partner. There's nothing wrong there, right? Appreciate them. Even the way you even talk to your wife, just look at the body, begin to make comment from top to down. Sometimes give them names of the different part of the body. Give it names. Say, this one, this is your name, this is your name, this is your name. Say, greet them. I do. I greet my wife part of the body. I say, good morning this, good morning that. I appreciate that you are here. Thank you for favoring me today.
I like it where I call my husband's power. I call it Power Bank and Union Bank. And anytime as comes up, it's even like, I hope the power bank is time charging. He starts to smile. You are a divine spirit. Heaven upon you. I speak to spouses who are like, Eden, is so easy, but you don't understand. My husband is not interested, or my wife is not interested. I said, do you know there's how to communicate interest without using words? When I find that my husband is acting like work is more important than intimacy, I just come to him. You know what I do? I just hold him down like, babe, this thing has no secondary value in heaven. And this guy will just start laughing. I'll hold him. I'm like, this has no secondary value in heaven. Let's use it on. I love this has no secondary value.
That's right.
Please be creative. You are creative at work. You come with, thought-provoking ideas at work.
Yes, exactly.
In school, why can't you be creative in your marriage? Give him a pet name. When we got married, I was calling my husband FS Captain. I coined it for free sex. I'm like, hey, because both of us married as believers and honored abstinence. So we only consummated our marriage after we got married. So I'm like, dude, you're happy. You will not be having free sex. Free sex. So instead of saying free sex, I said FS. FS. That's why I started FS Captain. You are not for the creativity that you need to oil the wheels of excitement in your home. If you don't remember, and we say plan to be exciting. I didn't say be exciting. Plan. The way you plan every other thing. Plan to be exciting. Chinda has given an example where they do Garden of Eden date and they roam around naked just to stir themselves. There are many things. Me, I do this. The loving look. I just stare at my husband like ravishingly with love, like a maiden that is looking up to her master in love. And that thing
and I want to just to even say, guys, for me, because you know that, look, there is a lot of temptations out there, right? Sometimes I just look, just observe, just watch my wife, just watch. And by the time I finish watching, I'm just telling you how I overcome some temptation. So I'm able to take as much image to my memory. I'm being practical and vulnerable, very real here. So when I go out, I'm being honest because I fear God. And the covenant and faithfulness of marriage is something I take very seriously above all. And I'm somebody that want to get to heaven no matter the cost. So the fact you are married, you say there is side chicks there, side hippopotamus, side kangaroo, side elephant. You know, when all these people are there, what am I going to do? So I just key into what I have of my wife in me. I'm telling you, instantaneously. It's almost like I don't even struggle. I just key in there and I say, oh my goodness, what I have is the best. Is the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. So even observing your wife and your husband, enjoying them, just cherishing them, it will give you a lot of victory, even when you are outside there. So don't take this thing for granted. Be practical, be real and raw to each other, be vulnerable. Enjoy this thing. I used to tell my wife, look, here, I must enjoy everything. I will enjoy the breast, I will enjoy the vagina, I will enjoy everything here, because I'm not going to enjoy it in heaven. And again, when you die or I die, it's finished. So let me take advantage of everything right now, so that when I get to heaven, God will say, Chinda, woo, Captain Chinda, welcome.
Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Chinda, I want to write something. Even if your marriage is made in heaven, it has to be maintained on earth. Please write it down.
Absolutely.
Even if your marriage is made in heaven, it has to be maintained on earth.
That's right.
Maintaining is sometimes for a season. For a while, you might be the only one oiling the wheels of excitement. You know what I started doing anytime I'm at work? I had to plan it. It didn't come naturally to me. When I'm leaving the office, I'm tired. So all I want to say is, babe, I'm coming back. Please, can you help me bring out the soup and let it start defrosting? That's what I want to say. But you know, because we are telling you to curate excitement, to plan excitement the way you plan any other thing. It's part of the even if your marriage is made in heaven, no fairy tale. It must be
Yeah.
maintained on earth. And the men's culture, it is a deliberate culture. Some of you service your cars more than you service your spouse.
Oh,
You schedule oil
sad.
change. Let the oil change be a reminder that you need to oil the wheels of your marriage. Some of you, you refuel the gas maybe every 2 days. Anytime you are refueling the gas, that's an indication to make sure that, ask if you are refueling the spirit of your spouse. Some of us are more in tune and more intentional with our electronics and our than we are with our spouses. Me, being intentional about maintaining my relationship with my husband here is to not go by how my default feelings. So whenever I'm in the office, I'm exhausted, I just want to say, my love, I'm coming back, bring out the soup. But I remember that even if your marriage is made in heaven, in the cosmic space with angelic utterances and a command, but it must be maintained on it. You know what I do instead, Chinda? I pick up the phone. I'm like, I can't wait to melt in your arms. Even when I'm saying, it's not sounding like me, but I'm like, dude, what did you just say? It works.
Yes.
I say, you are home. It's such an exhausting day. I can't wait to give you a hug. It doesn't only to me. And I remember the first few times he was like, is this my wife? I had to keep at it. So many times my husband says, I'm leaving. I can't wait to see you. Wives, I can't wait to see you. You are husbands, tell your wives you are home to me. Anywhere you are is my home. I'm looking forward to you, my home. Switch off the text message. We are sitting on excitement because that is usually the missing thing that people tell themselves, that we are out of love. But excitement does not just happen. Now, my husband is not as worthy as I am, but he has his own way of,
of communicating. Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that is you might feel like, oh, but this is a sanguine and a choleric. This two are there are many ways.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a text message. Sometimes communicate your husband graciously. I remember every day I would get the same text. Hello, sexy. How are you? I hope I know you're having a good day. I love you. I love you more than I can say. And one day I said, my love, this text, is it copy and paste? This text, the same text every day, is it copy and paste? I said, my love, change the text now. You see how I said it?
Yeah.
I'm pasting this text. I really appreciate it. I said, commitment. I said, you are the most consistent human I know. I said, but my love, the same text message, switch it off a little. And by expressing it, he started changing, hello, anointed, hello, sexy. So sometimes even the way you can tell your spouse how you want, how exciting you want them to be. This is for me. My husband is the best father on earth to our 3 girls. So when he goes out, he buys something for the girls. Always buying things for the girls. And one day I said, my love, you have 4 girls in this house.
Very nicely.
Yes,
very nicely.
You have 4 girls, and he didn't get the memo. I kept at it. I said, my love. He said, but you have everything. I said, it's just the thoughts that you can just get something I'm not expecting. I said, my love, please, you have 4 girls. I'm a size 8, okay? I'm a size, in case you see anything, surprise me. In fact, he's wanting to tell me, it's okay, slow down. He might not give you, he's not very romantic. He's not the typical rap. He'll be like, I got this thing, it's your size, and he's thinking of it. So you can give yourself feedback on men plans, not accusation. Tell children, I know you don't care about flowers, but flowers are a big deal to me because it just makes me feel girly. Tell yourself need. Tell them.
The thing is that a lot of times we want to communicate that, but we don't communicate it properly. And some other times we just do it 1 or 2 times and we say, oh, sorry, we don't want to do it anymore. So you can see there's consistency there over time. And also try to communicate, how do you want to be loved? What do you want? And have that open conversation when they are happy, when they're excited, when she's happy, when she's excited. Just keep doing that. And also even in the bedroom, right? You talked about curate excitement. You can plan even bedroom. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is for sex, right?
And all to something, and you clear your same
absolutely
night. Many things, and I'm telling you, our collective 25 years marriage, these things don't just
no
asking for a piece of you. The currency of the 21st century is attention. And there are many things canvassing for your attention. I'm telling you, if you don't plan this, for instance, this year, I told my husband, can we just sit in a restaurant and eat, not take out? And we've started it.
That's right. Absolutely.
He's your husband. She's your wife. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's very, very good that, you know, you may not be able to just do everything at once. Okay. Just pick one or two that you can start gradually, especially if you understand the personality of your spouse and you know the way they are and the things they like. Just take one step at a time, And also, even in the bedroom, if the only thing you do is missionary, and you just know that missionary for the past 25 years, 40 years, for the past 8 years, you've not tried any other thing. Why don't you just say, okay, can I just stay on top for one? Let me just stay on top, see how the thing is. Yeah, they won't tell you that you're taking over the marriage or taking over the head of the family, you know. Let them be done. And you know, just try something new, something you've not done before. Because anytime you try something new, you learn from it. Even if you make mistake, if you don't get it right. But if you're always folding your arms, well, I'm waiting for him, I'm waiting for her, I'm waiting for him, I'm waiting for her. You can initiate, you can start, you can move forward, you can just come out there and begin to communicate bit by bit. Or you might say, well, they don't like to go for marriage therapy, they don't like to read, they don't like to do. Listen, there is nobody that does not have one thing they like. I'm telling you. Just discover that one or two things that this person likes. Try to begin to go in that line. You have your own thing as well, but because you're trying, remember, emotionally intelligent, you are higher, you have developed, you have grown, you have evolved, and this person is still there, just static. How will you make the person come up? You don't force them, you don't shout, you don't scream. You start baby steps, little by little, consistently. You will be amazed where this will lead you. In fact, we'll go to the D now, because I know that today has been amazing.
In how to keep marriage alive, how to love alive in your relationship. We talked about, you know, apathy and how to guard against apathy. We talked about know your season, the seed principle. Season, evolve, create excitement. And the D is decision. Let me share something to you. Every day I decide to say I do.
Yes.
See,
that's right.
In Boston, Massachusetts is don't now. So every day I daily choose my spouse. The power of decision if you're a Christian is called exousia, the power of choice, the power of your mind, the power of influence. I want you to know today that you are not hopeless and you are not helpless. There are many things God influences, but one thing God gave us as humans and did not interfere with, that is our will. In the Garden of Eden, when God said, eat of all this fruit and don't eat this one, he could have removed the fruit from there. But he allowed us to have the power of will. The power, I want you to know you are not hopeless. Every single day I decide that I want to be married to this man. It is amazing. In the days, it's not amazing. So is the decisions you make from minute to minute. I decide that today I have joy. I'm sharing, working. There are many decisions I make every day. I said today I will have joy. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, I was not happy, but I had joy. When I was not happy, but I had joy. Joy is a decision. Love is a decision. I do is a decision. Peace is a decision. The decision to fight in a good way for what precious things you have. The decision to show up and nurture is a decision. You can't keep your love alive in marriage without making some fundamental decisions. And after you've made those fundamental decisions, you have to decide on your decision over and over and over. After you are tired, you decide again. So the power of decision, I have decided that I want God keeping us to celebrate 25 years of healthy, not just longevity, but healthy marriage. I've decided that I want to grow old, God keeping us at 50. Those decisions I've made and have influenced my certain responses. If you don't decide, the world decides for you. If you don't decide, hormones will decide. If you don't decide, trauma will decide. If you don't decide, the economy will decide. By like you hold up, or like me, by the time you finish work and you cook, you Netflix will decide. You have to make some decisions because
Yep.
you have power as a divine spirit. You have, as a mature mind, you have what is called exousia, the power of choice. So you can't keep your marriage alive if you don't decide first that you want to be married.